So this is a 2-pack exclusive to Disney Shop. This is Star Wars The Black Series, Star Wars A New Hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Darth Vader Concept Art Edition. Although it is exclusive to Disney Shop, they were made available at the D23 event. So here they are through the window packaging, looking pretty cool. I like how Darth Vader looks. The mask looks pretty awesome. And the side art, we have Obi-Wan here, which looks nothing like the Obi-Wan that we got. And then at least Darth Vader looks pretty, similar. And then on the back side, we get the same art along with the read-ups here. So in case you guys are curious in different languages, you guys can go ahead and pause the video and read. So on the surface, this pack looks like it's brand spanking new, but in reality, these are just repaints, and I think that Hasbro Black Series team really took the lazy route on this one because they don't even resemble what they're supposed to actually portray. So going back to the box art, this is classic Hasbro. They always give us what we're supposed to get on the actual art of the box, but the actual product does not resemble it. And if you look closely just at this black and white image, you can see that Vader specifically is slightly different. Now, what they did with these figures is that they gave them the proper head sculpts. Those are the pieces that are brand new on the figures, and they were forced to do that. They really couldn't find a way around that, but they really did find a way around everything else. So the torso piece, which what normally is the control panel on Vader as we know him today, is pretty much just a box on the concept. There's no buttons, there's no lights. What they did is they literally took the same old Vader sculpt. You can see the buttons there, you can see the sculpt there. They just painted it blue, they didn't color it. Instead of shaving it down, just having a square, just a random square in the middle of the torso with no buttons, they couldn't even do that. They just painted over it. Now, the belt, totally different, but they just reused the same belt that we've been getting for our regular Darth Vader. That's not the concept art. The concept art is different, but it's not on the figure. And you can also see that the cloak is pinned onto his chest almost. It's not even, it's over his shoulder completely, going down to his chest. But again, this is just a repainted figure of a Darth Vader that we've gotten a million times, so they didn't do that. It's not pinned down to the front side, it's not over the shoulder, it's just tucked underneath the neck and helmet. We also have the soft goods going down his chest, torso area, but on the concept, it's not there at all. Meaning that this is most likely the Empire Strikes Back version of Darth Vader that Black Series released, because he's got the soft goods on the torso right here. But so far, just based off of this image, which doesn't show the entire body, just shows the upper torso, and I could just see the inaccuracies there. Now moving on to Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's a little harder to spot any differences based off of this image, but what we have here is, yeah, you guessed it, it's just a repaint of the same old Obi-Wan Kenobi body mold that we've gotten for many, many years. Here, I'll bring him in right now. It's just the same body without the cloak. It's this one. If you own this one, they've released this thing like 4 or 5 times already. It's the same body, just painted differently. Completely the same sculpt. They did not change anything, meaning it is inaccurate because if you look at even older 3 3/4 releases of this concept art, Obi-Wan, they did a better job in representing the concept art version of Obi-Wan, which is what this is supposed to do. He's missing the shoulder pieces, which is clearly there on the concept art. You can't really see it, but you almost see it slightly on the edge here on this image. But that's supposed to be like an orange trim color there. So they did not include it here because it's just too much work to add that extra mold or sculpt. They just wanted to repaint this thing and give him a new head sculpt, and that's exactly what they did here. Now, I don't mean to bash this thing, I promise you. I'm not here to say that Black Series team sucks or that this product sucks, but at the end of the day, I need to be honest here, and I am disappointed that they went this direction. I don't know why. For an exclusive release, this thing's releasing at D23, it's releasing in Shop Disney only. Why not take the time and actually go all out and give us something good? right? I appreciate the head sculpts. They look amazing. They are literally the best things about this release, especially this Darth Vader. It looks stunning. We'll take a closer look at it, but when you look at the rest of the figure, it's just like that's not the concept. It's inaccurate. It's inaccurate. It's not what it's supposed to be. So they're like half-assed releases is what they are. Unfortunately, that is what they are, and I am disappointed. And I have to say, it's just a lackluster release. It's just a throw in some head sculpts and release this thing. Now, the only accessories that they come with are their lightsabers, which are accurate to the concept art. Thankfully, that would have been absolutely insane if they were just repaints of the movie versions. But here is Obi-Wan's lightsaber, and they're actually slightly different. I'm impressed. They just shaved off the bottom piece here for Vader. I'm actually surprised that they didn't just use the same sculpt. But here they are. This is how they looked in the concept, so this is pretty dope. I like it. But that is all they come with. They don't come with anything else at all. First, let's take a closer look at Obi-Wan. So these are based off of Ralph McQuarrie's concept art, and we can see the head sculpt here looks pretty good. And honestly, I'm pretty happy that George Lucas did not go with this look for Obi-Wan. But there's his head sculpt, the best part of the figure. Everything else is, you've seen it before, trust me, you probably have owned this figure 4 times already if you've bought every single Obi-Wan that they've re-released. Or Ben Kenobi, I should be saying Ben Kenobi really. But here is an up-close look, and then here is Darth Vader, and this head sculpt, as I mentioned, is fantastic. I love it, I love it. It looks so good. You can see that the whole figure is in this blue color. Here's the side profile, and here's the back. But really am liking this head sculpt. This makes the figure for sure, but when you go down, you just see the old Empire Strikes Back Vader. Like, why? Why? Look at this. Here, let's pan out just a little bit. We can move the cloak to the back. So, yeah, you probably own this figure, so you already know what these two figures are all about with articulation and sculpt and everything. So, at the very least, I wish they would have shaved down the control panel on his torso and found a way to give us the cloak onto his chest. That really would have made a big difference. Now, I did notice that the bottom of the cape has these little cuts here, which looks different. I don't remember seeing this on the original Darth Vader. So you can see that they kind of stylized it a little bit. At least, hey, that's a I'll give you a few points for effort on that one. And here is the Obi-Wan Kenobi that we got next to the Obi-Wan Kenobi that we almost got. And this is the same figure, like I mentioned. So just a quick comparison from top to bottom next to each other here. And then here we have the Vader comparison. On the right side, we have the Empire Strikes Back version, which is the same figure that they used to make this concept art version. But you can see that because of the helmet difference, the concept art version stands slightly shorter than the final movie version. Alright guys, so that'll wrap things up on this review of the Shop Disney exclusive Star Wars The Black Series concept art edition of Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. The idea was cool, but ultimately it was not executed very well, and in the end I am left disappointed. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section below, and while you're down there, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and as always, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.